Hi, my name is Bethany Thomas. I am a 19-year-old sociology pre-med major attending Xavier University of Louisiana.
I'm Tabitha, I'm 19, and I'm a chemistry ACS major at Xavier University of Louisiana.
So the issue that I understand from everything that we've been doing with the Descendants Project is that there are companies that are polluting the environment in the communities that these people are living in, and because of that, it's creating health issues and issues regarding safety and issues regarding environmental things that people just don't really understand is really happening right in front of them.
It's affecting the people that live along the Mississippi River here in Louisiana, also in other states as well. And it's really just pollution of these petro companies coming in and really just polluting and sometimes even giving residents like medical issues or just like truly just harming their way of life in any other way.
Really trying to ground on the policies and change the policies in which these companies are allowing to come in and pollute these communities. There's been lawsuits that's been going out that they are trying to fix. They're not in this for the money, they're in this for their own environment, because many of these companies believe that the land that they see is lands that they need to fix, when it's not really. That's not the case at all. These are lands that people have lived on for generations and the ancestors have taken care of for years and years, and now we have these companies coming in that's trying to fix it, but really they're just trying to gentrify it and try to push these people out. So I think these communities are really trying to start pushing back and put their foot down on the fact that these are their communities and they are not going to go anywhere, and no amount of money that they're offering will change that.
The community-based solutions really rely on the judicial process. So mostly the only way they can attack it is suing, not necessarily for money, but for change in policy. The one that most affects them is probably the zoning law. So that's the one that those are usually those lawsuits that they tend to focus in on the most. They need people like us, young people, volunteers that are really just passionate about it. I didn't know about any of this because I'm from the north, so when I first came to Xavier and hearing about this inequality that was going on down here, I really feel like a lot more people should know about this, and I feel like a lot more people would be just as passionate, if not more, than they really think that they would be. So I really feel just like getting more people out here, maybe partnering with Xavier more, it can really even give long-term effects, because people eventually they want to grow and expand. So giving us as students opportunity, undergrads, maybe there's a potential job there one day. So just getting young people involved in the organization that want to be passionate.
They really need support. What I've heard or what I've witnessed is that they really need more people to come and get involved and just get educated on the issue, and they really need people to spread the word via social media or via other communities that they participate in or they live in. These are just things that people really need to be aware of what's happening, and they need support, and they need, of course, funding is always a priority, but they need people to actually know what's going on so they can actually produce change. Many of these companies think that they come to a country land where they see a lot of African Americans or minorities and they see something they need to fix. If they go to a highly profitable community where white people or non-people of color usually live, and they see a lot of land, one of the Descendants founders said that when they see a lot of land in these communities, they don't see something they need to fix.
This is really only happening in communities that house Black and brown people, majority Black people, and they know it. They really don't care. That's why it keeps happening and happening, because racism is still very much a thing.
I've always been a big racial activist, especially through 2020 when everything was going down. Never really been involved in environmental racial change, but seeing what's all been happening and seeing how people are trying to change that, I would love, or I'm going to try my best throughout the older I get and the more I mature, to be more involved in these communities that need to get their voices out to be heard. Because being part of the younger generation, I think it is my duty and my trajectory to push these policy changes, especially for the people that are doing it now, the older community members, because they can't do this forever. So I want to follow in their footsteps to bring change to their needs and to the things that they've already established, and just try and keep going with that, and then teach the next generation to keep going with the things that we've been doing as young people.
What really inspired me is just how passionate the women are about this, and how they've really been here since like their birth, and they grew up around this community. Some people would get tired of it and just move, because these are two like highly educated women, but no, they decided to stay home and fight for their land, fight for their family's future, their ancestors that grew up here as well. Me being a chemist, I can work to fight with these nonprofits instead of against them for the petro companies. Trying to really figure out what's in the air and bring that up to maybe heads of departments and whatnot, to really give them like the scientific push that they need to really make sure that this goes through towards legislation or towards like public policy.